Hiya folks, you haven't seen us on this channel for a while, and you probably remember Sharon. She used to take over the printing, and we've not done it now for about 18 months, but I'm just showing you here that a lot of people have asked, is it still a business I can get into? Is it something that could take off? Is it something I can do from home? And is there too much competition out there? Well, let's just have a look here in 2020. Right, well, up until we finally gave up printing t-shirts and merchandise in, was it 2019 when it started, 2019 or 2018, wasn't it? January 2018. We had been doing it for 13 years. I started the business off at the beginning where I used to do all the work, and we used to get so much work coming that I passed it over to Sharon. And that you used to do all the work,
Couldn't cope with the pressure.
Couldn't cope. Well, it's not that, it's just that I also run three other channels now. We just started up another one. We also run 3 other YouTube channels as well. And I was basically following my passion where I was doing restoration stuff, working on cars and stuff like that. So this was, when I initially started this, it was a transition period from me working in the system to working from home. And I used printing merchandise. Initially, first of all, I started printing mugs. That was the first little venture into it, as a hobby. So I started printing these off first, hoping that I could grow a business from home and then expand into bigger markets, which I eventually did. We went into t-shirts and hoodies and stuff like that as well. So it was like a transition period business, what I could do for a little outlay, invest some money in some equipment, and then obviously grow it as the more orders come in. I grew that, and then I started advertising on eBay. We had eBay shops. We had 3 or 4 eBay shops at one point, and because what was happening was when I was doing the videos, people were going to my eBay shops, nicking me ideas, and then also selling the same sort of merchandise. So I stopped sharing that sort of information, and then we started going into t-shirts and printing on t-shirts. And as you well know, I do a t-shirt course. I've got a mug printing course, which I used to sell on DVD. I didn't sell them, or we don't no longer sell them on DVD. The DVDs were uploaded to Udemy, which is an instructional training body website where you can go there, you can purchase the videos, the tutorials online, and also you'll get one-to-one help in the questions section. You'll be able to contact me directly. That was the reason why I moved them over to Udemy, the training DVDs. It saved us packaging the DVDs up, making the DVDs. And not only that, a lot of people haven't got DVD players anymore. So it made sense to put them tutorials online. I'll leave the links in the description below for anyone who's interested in the tutorials. But as I say, I still, even though we're not printing t-shirts anymore, I still correspond with the people who take the Udemy course, and I do answer their questions and obviously help them along the way as well. After all, we've got videos and videos on here full of experience and tutorials of stuff which we used to do working from home in our dining room. And one of the biggest questions I get now is that, is it still possible to start a t-shirt or a mug printing business or a merchandising business from home in 2020? And the answer to that, as you can probably see in front of you, is yes. What I will say is, the old methods of advertising on Facebook, for example, trying to find out little niche markets, that really has changed. Anyone wanting to come into this business now, where's the best place to look for? People go for merchandise on YouTube. There is an untold amount of people on YouTube, as you probably know, and I've done a video on this before, where people want to know, well, where can I find customers and stuff? Well, YouTube channels is a big thing. As you can see here, I've got my merchandise on. Me now, I get my merchandise from someone who started watching my videos a while ago, and now they've got into it and they're starting selling merchandise. Let's just show you some of the merchandise here, what they've done for me. There's some more here from another YouTuber.
And he was one of yours as well.
And he was one of our students as well. So let's just show you what we got here. Well, if you're a member of my Retro Restore channel, these are the initial ones that I had. I had these I created these designs, and the chap who does them, I'll mention his name at the end of the video. I'm going to promote him because obviously he's taken it forward as a business. And as you can see, these are done in vinyl, clothing vinyl, and very easy to do, simple colours. No complicated printing involved there. It's just using a craft cutter and a heat press to get your images put on a plain black t-shirt, and that's exactly what we've done there. He has since moved on and designed these. Open one up, Shao. As you can see, that is an absolutely fantastic design. And this is, again, vinyl. Come a bit nearer, Shao, I can't reach. It is 3-layer vinyl. You've got a white vinyl background. You've got a silver vinyl laid over the top, and also a lime green vinyl there. And as you can probably see, inside, they are sort of contoured cut as well. That's 3 lots of colours there, and also a little bit of a red dot down there for the YouTube logo. But I'm sure you'll agree that, and also on the sleeve, I'm sure you'll agree, that is a fantastic looking garment there, and he's done a really nice job with them, and he's taken that and learnt that off his own back. And he's multi-layering vinyls, and it's come out a first-class job.
And I think his wife does it as well, doesn't she?
And yes, this is a chap as well, who does these from home, and his wife is involved. It's very much like me and Sharon. And then we got this one here. Let's do the white one first, shall we? Now, these are transfers. Now, I advocated the transfers printing for a beginner to start off, because you can print these on a home printer. You don't need a vinyl cutter. You can print these on your home printer, and this here is the transfer vinyls that I use on my training course. Now, a lot of people say, oh, what is it? What is it? What is it? Well, I actually share that in the training course. I can't give everything away. And if you want to know what they are, as I say, and if you're interested in starting this business and getting this sort of quality, you need to be using the right transfer papers, and you also need to be using the right heat press as well, because there are people using these transfer papers and they're using a inferior heat press, and as a result of that, the stickers start to lift, or the transfers start to lift and fade and crack and stuff like that. Once you've got the right heat press, and the importance of having the right heat press, you can create these sort of transfers from home. This is my printing mine when I was doing mine on an inkjet printer, exactly the same as this. And you don't print white ink, as you can see. You get the white on these transfer papers, on white garments. The white is actually the white of the t-shirt. Now, the difference is, well, you have a look at the black one, shall? This transfer paper is a different transfer paper, again, because you can't print white from a normal home printer. So when you cure this transfer paper, it actually stays white, and that's where you get the white from. So the white there is actually the transfer paper. This one is another one with the ones that I was using, and I'm sure you'll agree that, again, it does a nice job. Don't forget, you're printing these the cheapest way possible using the certain transfer papers that I used, and they do a nice job. We got vinyls. Using vinyls, you have to get yourself a craft cutter, or at the beginning. So using these ones, you can start off using these as I did, and I carried on using these, that transfer paper, and also the white one. I used them 2 different transfer papers for 13 years when we was printing these, and I never varied away. I did try some other ones, and they turned out to be too much of a faff, and I ended up going back to my originals. Not only that, as I said to you, I started printing mugs. Again, YouTubers love merchandise. If you've got a channel, they like to give these things away as prizes. There's one there that the Diesel guy, or Welsh Custom Apparel as he's known on Facebook. I'll leave a link to the chap's page who does my printing now. On YouTube, he's known as the Diesel guy. And again, he's just a husband and wife team, exactly like me and Sharon. And he does many, many different YouTubers merchandise. There's another one he's done there for someone called Dusty Blonde YouTube channel. There's another one there for another channel, Snobby Scrap Picker. And also, whether or not he prints these himself, I'm not too sure. Whether he gets these printed in, he's got another contact, I don't know. But he also does our merchandise for our stickers. He does there, and he does fridge magnets as well. He does the key rings, which he probably does do at home, because we used to do key rings as well. As I say, we've had our fridge magnet done as well. And my other channel, Retro Hacks, there. And also my Retro Restore mugs there, as you can see. So merchandise is a fantastic way of getting YouTubers to engage with their subscribers and running competitions. Even if I wear my t-shirts when I'm on my YouTube channel anyway, but it's just another way of getting merchandise out there and contacting YouTubers and, as I say, earning your income or your sideline from this sort of stuff. Now, these mugs here are ones we had for personal use, which we weren't selling because there's some copyrighted stuff on there. But as I say, we weren't selling these. These were for our home personal use. And as you can probably see, if you look inside, they're well worn. And I've done these literally years and years ago. These ones were matte finish mug, which I actually like these. And as you can see there, They're absolutely fine. Again, well-used mugs, as you can see. And going back to the original one, again, as I see, you can see by the bottoms that they're well-used. And again, the vibrant colours you get when you print mugs, these have been through dishwashers, believe it or not. You shouldn't really put them through a dishwasher, but we do, and many people do. You can see the cracks up the side of that one, look. But I'm sure you'll agree that although they are showing signs of wear, these are literally years and years old. We done these years ago. This is Sharon's favourite, her Rupert the Bear mug there, as I say. And yeah, you can see inside how much worn they are. So yeah, and they have been through dishwashers. You don't ever promote these for going through dishwashers, but today's dishwasher tablets are very, very caustic and aggressive, and they can even pull off the sublimation images on your mugs as well, just to be aware of that. As I mentioned, the chap who now does our merchandise is a chap called Jason, and he operates off of a Facebook group page called Welsh Custom Apparel, as you can see there, and I'll leave a link in the description below him. And he does many YouTubers. As I say, I'm in a circle of YouTubers here in the UK where we all get merchandise off of him. And bearing in mind, as I said to you, he was one of my people who used to watch my tutorials. He took it one step further, and as a result of that, he now runs this little merchandising business. Exactly the same as this chap here. He supplies another YouTuber, which is Sharon's brother's YouTube channel, this one is. And again, he started off watching my videos. I never knew that until we actually got some merchandise, or Sharon's brother got some merchandise, and he said he got to know how to do all this by watching my tutorials. So there you go. Yes, it is very prevalent still here in the 2020s, if you want to call it that. And you know how many YouTube channels out there, and you'll find a lot of YouTubers will use Teespring. Now Teespring, you've probably seen it, underneath the YouTube video when you're watching YouTube, there's normally a little banner ad, and that comes from directly from a company called Teespring. But Teespring are very, very expensive. I know you can alter the branding and the costing yourself, but we've had Teespring merchandise because I started off using Teespring before I found the Welsh Custom Apparel, because I needed my own merchandise. And I was very disappointed with the quality as well as the prices that they say charge. And as a result of that, I looked elsewhere. I found Jason, and I think I found him because he sent me a message saying that he's now doing the t-shirt printing and the mug printing and stuff, and would I be interested in the merchandise? So the answer to that was obviously yes. And you can see the quality which he's pushing out, and he's doing that exactly the same as myself and Sharon from home, even though Sharon had the skills at the end to be able to do this. So don't think you have to be a technical person, because I learnt this.
I wasn't when I started.
No, well, I taught Sharon, obviously. And as a result of that, Sharon then took all this over and started doing all this work herself from home. So yes, you can do it from home. We're just happy to get our dining room back. And as I say, we needed some more filming space, because I do a lot of videos now in the dining room, which are just on the tabletop, so they're close proximity videos. So we needed to have our dining room back, so to speak. After 13 years, we've decided it was time to concentrate on our other channels, or I did, and I wanted to free Sharon's time up. So that's exactly why we packed up. We didn't pack up because we dropped off doing work, and as you can see here, merchandising is still very, very big in the 2020s. So there you go, just a little video to show you that we are still about, and I do still answer the comments that come in on my tutorials that I've got up on YouTube, and also the courses on Udemy. I'll leave the links in the description below. So if you are interested in starting this business, there's many videos out there, as you probably know. But if you want to follow someone who's been doing it successfully for 13 years from home, and who's made all the mistakes, and I put all them mistakes and tell you about them in the video training online now, which is on Udemy, do check out the links below. I'll leave all the links below the video as well. And also check out Jason at Welsh Custom Apparel. I'll leave a link down below to his website. And also, if you've got your own success story where you started as a little business, or a little one-man band where you started merchandising like this, making t-shirts, mugs, even stickers or transfers and stuff like that, and just send me a little link and a little short video, and I'll do a video on you just to help other people if they're thinking about starting a business in this line in the 2020s. Then they can look at you for inspiration. I'll put a video up on my channel, baby.
That's very good of you, baby.
And we'll share that information with you just to show you other people are doing this as well. And don't worry about competition. There is literally an
Plenty to go around.
unlimited amount of YouTubers out there, and they haven't got to be big YouTubers. Some of them are reaching 1,000 subs just before they get monetized, and they want merchandise to help promote their channels to get them to get monetized.
Well, it's like I've got that.
Yeah, Sharon won these. Sharon won these ones, for example, on a giveaway from Dusty Blonde YouTuber who just reached 1,000 subscribers, and she wanted to give something back to her subscribers. So she got in contact with Welsh Custom Apparel to do her merchandise, and now she's got a whole range of merchandise. She's got the mugs, she's got the fridge magnets, and she's also got the key rings as well. And also they've got stickers as well. And there you go. It's that simple. And you haven't, when you're dealing with larger companies, sometimes you have to bulk order, and your small YouTubers can't fund that. Whereas when you go to someone like Welsh Custom Apparel, who deal on small orders, you can buy 4 or 5 or something, 4 or 5 mugs, for example, and give away 1 a month in a competition, for example. There's so many YouTubers out there with smaller channels who would love to have merchandise. And funny story is, listen to this one. We was walking down the road 2 days ago. I had my new T-shirt on, which is this one here. And what happened, Shell? Driving along the road, what happened to her?
Got shouted at.
Got shouted at from a car. A car stopped on the road, and the woman in the car said, "I've had to stop," undone the window, "I've had to stop. My daughter's in the front seat with her." She said, "There's a famous YouTuber there. Look, that's Martin Butler." And as a result of that, she wanted to take a photo because her dad watches the channel all the time. And that was through wearing my merchandise out in the street, and it's another way of promoting your channel. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope I've inspired you to possibly look into making T-shirts or mugs or merchandise. Or if you don't want to invest any money in that, you can get yourself a craft cutter, which is the Silhouette Cameo. If you look in my playlist, I've got videos on just having a Silhouette Cameo craft cutter where you can make vinyl stickers. You probably have to invest about £250 just to get going, and there is a market for making stickers for people. That's if you don't want to jump in straight away and get mug printing or T-shirt printing equipment. Just try the little craft cutter, and I've got a little tutorial on there where I'll show you. Anyway, what's that as well?
A lanyard.
A lanyard, how about that? A lot of people like these nowadays for some reason. There you go, all printed with vinyl. Happy days. Thanks very much. We'll see you sometime in the future, hopefully bringing you some more inspirational stories from people who have started up as a one-man band, and hopefully I can bring them to you and share them with you to try and help you realise that this is still a very, very good business to start from home and to get involved and enjoy doing, and they're all learnable skills. All learnable skills, baby.
Yes, they are.
Thanks very much. I'll see you in the next video.
Ooh.
Bye for now.
Bye.